got a script. Let's just get to it. Hello, my name is Kyle Landon. I'm a musician and an animator. Things are changing. To show that things are really changing, I'm here in a brand new environment. Because basically every video I've ever done on this channel has been in my room at my dad's house. Or in my car. So now we're somewhere nice and new. Because things are about to be nice and new. If you wanted too long, didn't watch, I'm ending the music production videos forever. I will be focusing on becoming a professional poker player. And then it says here, oh wait, I mean focusing on my serious music and promoting it. But the cartoon is still going, and the side channel will still be there for whatever I feel like doing. And then the second half of this video will be me reading off every single good music production video idea I have left in my notes, so skip to that if you'd like. And the long version is, if you're new to the channel, why did you click this? But if you're familiar with the channel, if you've been here a while, I sincerely thank you. But I'm here to inform you today that the 2026 Kyle Landon initiative is officially over. It has been a complete and total failure in its original intention, but actually, it's a complete success in a whole new way. I challenged myself to make 2 music production videos a week, 2 videos about literally anything else a week on the second channel, Kyle Landon Prime, and a new cartoon on the Bleebly every 10 days, which is going to be weird to count with February the way that it is. But I have realized with this crunch in quota that actually, I don't care about making music production videos at all. Don't get me wrong, I used to care a lot. Let's face it, I changed the game like 15 times over the last couple of years. The URL method, that's all me. The Cochino break, FL-Chan roulette, we learned basic programming and made malware. Sub Me Up September with stuff like Near LaFear, the 9/11 footwork, composing for random indie game, the music makes you lose control game with Kappa Dance, doing Playboy Carter's I'm Music First and killing Jimmy Carter in the process, the phone arc. We had excellent times. But I don't care anymore. I truly don't care, and it has taken setting this quota and trying to reach it every week to see. I am too old to be wasting this much time on side quests that I don't have the heart or interest for. It's my job both as an artist and as a human being just trying to get by, to be totally honest with myself. So I asked myself, I looked deep inside and I said, with no worries, what is my perfect day? What does it look like? Who is the perfect me, and what does he spend his time doing and thinking about? And the answer was, the perfect me living my perfect life spends like 5 hours a day making the greatest music possible. And then like 5 hours making the dumbest cartoons possible. And then like 5 hours a day like gaming or cooking or hanging out or bird watching or whatever. I've gotten really into birds over the last year or so, if you can't tell from the cartoons. And I looked at how I was living my life now and how I was setting up my tomorrows, and I didn't like it. I won't lie, I haven't been able to get out of bed for like the past month. Every day that I knew I had to try and make another music production video, even with a giant list of good ideas, I just couldn't get out of bed. But the days when I knew I had to grind out a cartoon, I was up and at 'em. And really, that's all the evidence I needed. It's just been so much effort being put into the thing that I don't want to be known for. I work out 5 days a week, getting my protein in, getting my creatine in, and during those, I've been listening to my newest songs and all of my half-finished demos just over and over again. And I'm just never making progress on the demos, and I'm never promoting the release stuff like it deserves to be. That's page 1. But now I know I have the bravery to truly say enough and cut it off and stick with that. Maybe this is being encouraged by Smiling Friends ending, I don't know, but I certainly didn't end on top. I think looking back at it all, there was a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, and I hope my personality shone through it all. I think I can say without a doubt that the Amazon video is probably the best. I think that was the last hurrah. If I ended there, then yeah, I would have been going out on top. I had the idea for the video, and then I immediately started recording. And the whole beat came together immediately that same night. I wrote the lyrics that night, I recorded the vocals the next morning, mixed it and mastered it, edited the video over the next couple of days, and then I put it out. And it was such an immediate, quick process that produced such greatness. It's one of my best songs. You know, it got promoted to main song material on all the services. And that song, the song you can listen to now, Fellow Crook, on all streaming services, including Amazon. That song is a first draft. My first drafts corner 99% of the industry. I am a force, and I need to keep making great music lest I become rusty from just doing these videos I don't care for. It was a total accident that the Amazon song turned out as good as it did, but when my intention is to just write without the camera on, without a gimmick, my stuff always comes out, at least at that level. The last two songs where I actually just sat down and wrote were Who Am I and It's Complicated, both of which I believe to be outstanding works that deserve everything good in the world. And it pains me to think of how much more good music I could have made in a time I spent making Roblox videos. I listened to the new By Storm album and the new Gorillaz album, and this is really dating this to 2026, early 2026. And I saw myself getting passed up. I saw myself getting left behind. And there are too many people out here with a tenth of my talent getting everything I deserve and more. I'll be 30 this year. I can't prolong this any further. There's no time for games. There's no time for experiments, side quests, no more working for free. What do successful, professional, working musicians do in this day and age? Well, they make the best music they possibly can. They promote it, maybe tour it, rinse and repeat. And that's what I want. Nowhere in any successful artist playbook or the Bible is the phrase, make a J. Cole Eurobeat. I have at least 3 albums, 3 completely different albums ranging from a quarter done to 80% done, just sitting here with no progress for months because I need to make Nicki Minaj elephant music instead and hope and pray it goes over 200 views. 200 views that I'm very grateful for, mind you, but 200 views I got after 10 days of work. Yes, I checked while writing the script. I started filming that October 21st and I finished it the 31st, Halloween. I could have posted on TikTok and Instagram 30 times in that span of time, and I would have ended up with more exposure and opportunity on things that I actually cared about. It's priorities, you know? I never ever wanted to be a teacher. I never wanted to make tutorials, you know, give out the sauce, whatever that means. Is it really worth spending so much time and energy chasing the next 10,000 view video that'll get me $10 in ad revenue, appealing mainly to other music producers who they themselves are trying to get on the map? I really should just spend that time and energy building my catalog and building my fan base for that catalog. The path of the music content creator, now that I know it, it just is not for me. And it's not what I want to be known for. I don't want to be peddling, was that a mosquito? They're out here. I don't want to be peddling plugins and preset packs and this and that, getting sponsored by microphones. I'm an album artist and that's that. But I see different phases of my career too. I see my solo stuff blowing up, and then I see the pop writer phase where I'm writing for like Hemlock Springs or Remy Wolf or whoever. Let me write Sabrina Carpenter's next hit. And I kind of take over the radio for a couple years just from behind the scenes. And then I see myself start some type of Gorillaz type thing where I just collaborate with anyone and it's all under that name. There's just so much I want to do, so much I need to do. And the production videos are not getting me any closer to any of those goals. The people I want to reach most are just people who are big fans of music, not just music makers. However, if you're one of those people like me who believe that 1, you deserve it all, and 2, we can make something great together, I'm an email away. I can be the Dan Negro to your Chapel Roan, and I won't even get mad if you talk crazy about me in interviews. I could be the Dan Negro to your Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, they rhyme. And I want people in the future to be like, wait, Kyle Landon was behind all those different artists? For real? Because I just had that moment with Dan Negro right now while writing this. Is it Dan Nigro? I want to go on a Pharrell/Neptunes in the mid-2000s type of run, you know? Just behind everything, you know? Behind Gwen Stefani, Justin Timberlake, Khalees, everybody. And nobody knows it's me unless they look. Clips, like, man. So I want to go on a run like that, while also simultaneously pushing the boundaries of my solo stuff. So if you'd like some songwriting or production or a feature or some other type of collaboration, just email me. This is my thing. Did a couple of features last year. I'm available for more, just let me know. And down the line, I'll be hiring artists and animators and actors for the cartoons too. I will now provide information on my financials. Since this channel got monetized at the end of 2023, I have made $616.57 from ads total. That's around $25 a month, give or take. Now, if I was making a good, livable profit, I probably would have just pushed through, kept doing it, treated it like the job I hate but gotta do because it puts food on the table. But honestly, it's never been a better time to quit. I sold a bit of merch, a couple of features, got like $20 a month coming in on the Patreon that I'm very grateful for, mind you. But there's only room to grow, and I need to do things to make it grow. Speaking of merch, I'm clearing out all the inventory on these Dead Body Breathe shirts, just like the one I'm wearing now. I need to shut the Shopify down. It's like $60 a month and it's just sitting there. So the shirts are now $25. I know I said at some point I would never discount them, but I am so sick of that box sitting there in my room. So come grab the shirts, and if you believe in Kyle Landon, this first run of Dead Body Breathe shirts will be worth like $500 a piece someday, I promise. And I leave a handwritten note with every single order too. Super soft, beautiful colors, super high quality, locally printed. There's like 18 of them left. Scoop up some history. So what of the channel now? Well, look at Death Grip's channel. Look at JPEG Mafia. Look at Gorillas. It's nothing but the main music, or music videos, or videos that are directly related to the main music. So from now on, everything here on Kyle Landon will be related to my main music, the pride and purpose of my life. I'm not deleting anything. This will all be here forever. I actually want to do a couple of quote-unquote live videos on here soon, you know, do a bit of karaoke and perform some of my songs. Learn a bit of Ableton. Maybe we'll live stream here every once in a while, play some games, or just answer some questions, or this or that, you know. Who knows? I work best as a creature of impulse. I know this now. Kyle Landon Prime is still going to be just that. Literally anything. I don't know if the weekly quota is still in place. Probably not. I think the only thing that remains is a new cartoon every 10 days. I still plan on redoing my 4 albums from 2015 and 2016 on the Prime channel, and I still have some other ideas for things I like to make about video games and this and that. There's a really good t-shirt video I'm working on over there. There's a video game essay I started about a game no one has ever covered before. It is insane and really funny, just whatever urges I get. So now, the cartoon is just gonna get better and better, now that I won't be fighting with production type videos for my time and attention. I see the Bleebly as my sort of Homestar Runner type outlet. I can just do any scenario, make up any character I want. There's no boundaries. It's mostly been comedy, but there's also been like psychological horror, domestic drama. It's just anything I want. And honestly, this is all Bleebly's fault. And I don't ever see it ending like how Digital Circus is gonna end this year, or how Smiling Friends just ended. I get so many ideas every day. I wanna do them all. It used to be like that with the production videos, but it dried up. The love and passion and joy I get from being as goofy as possible and making these stupid characters have dense relationships and all that has been like discovering music all over again. Before I was making the cartoons, I was very happy that I was finally able to get the goofy side of me out there for once, instead of these dead serious albums for years and years. But with the cartoons, I'm able to go all the way and just do whatever I want. And then I come back and try to be kind of goofy within the bounds of music production, something I take dead serious. And it just doesn't register the same in my brain. You know, with the yin and the yang, the yin is the black, the darkness, my music, the albums over the years, from now and into the future. And the yang is the white, the light, the cartoons. I found my yin and my yang. I found what makes me happiest and most fulfilled. You know how grateful I am for that? Like, some people never find their one thing, and I found 2. And then the production videos are just some ugly gray blob out there on the side, just like... Hopefully you don't think, so no more goofy music from you? No more I Can Make It Clap? Well, there will be less of it, but the Bleebly gang are all struggling musicians. I'm in the beginning phases of their mixtape right now. Pimp's Gambit. You'll see. You'll see over time that a couple of my goofy music production ideas will transfer over to the cartoons instead. You'll be able to tell, like, oh, this would have been a video, now it's a cartoon, and it'll live longer that way, you know. Like, these videos, they're not super rewatchable, but a cartoon, something in that vein, is rewatchable forever and ever and ever. I don't know, the shelf life on the URL video even is not that long, but a cartoon, any cartoon about anything, that's forever. If you'd like to unsubscribe from the Patreon, I get it. Unsub from the YouTube or whatever, go ahead, no problems, because y'all keep doing that anyway. I saw my subs have been sitting at 6,900, very nice. Well, 6,898. I saw it go to 6,900. Like, when I put out the 18,000 plugin video, we got up to 6,900. And then it just goes down and it goes up. I know it's not healthy to be looking at that constantly, but I see it every time I upload a new short. It's like, you know, it's like people, it's just constantly people unsubscribe and people subscribe, and it's the same exact rate. It's just constantly still forever. Stupid. I'm going to be devoting a good amount of energy each day to figuring out TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, or whatever future thing might come out, you know. I feel like if I actually uploaded to SoundCloud back in that day, I might have had a lot of success there, but I just ignored it, and I gotta stop ignoring these things that are sitting there begging for me to be on it. And all of these shorts and whatever will be based around my main serious music, so if you see anything you might consider cringe or whatever, who cares? Everything is cringe. I'm getting money off what I care about most. If you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on the Patreon, let me know. That'll always be around and appreciated. As new albums come out, I'll always do full production breakdowns on there, always. And it's not like the main music I do isn't absolutely twisted with production ideas anyway. Like, have you heard Nails Under Nails? I really want it to be obvious that even with this change, I am way in over my head in every single way, and that's just how I like it. If you remember, at the end of my very first cartoon, Bunta Pennsylvania 4, I teased the Day of the Snake. And I've been working on that in the background any second I can for like the past 6 months. And I want it to actually be feature length, without any dance scene padding. The scale of what I'm doing is so crazy. It's going to blow so many minds. It is genuinely too much. I got too much going on and I'm loving it. So look forward to everything I'm trying to do, now that I have the enthusiasm for all of it. Because before I was doing these videos, I was making music daily. New songs every single day. And it's been a while. But I know now, being away from her for so long, that's my natural state. I can do a new song every day. I can do 2 or 3 new songs every day. And of course, as always, I'm still ahead of the game and will always be ahead of the game. I directly quoted something from one of the leaked Mel Gibson phone calls in one of the cartoons, and then the balding wizard on Smiling Friends did the exact same thing a month later. Those calls are from like 2008. They're not some new thing. They didn't come back into the zeitgeist anytime recently. You can't even find those calls on YouTube anymore easily. It's all shadow banned everywhere, and honestly, for good reason. If you've heard the calls, you know. But the point remains, I'm ahead of the game, I'm tapped into the collective consciousness. I'll always be worth watching and listening to. I am very, very, very grateful for the time we've had here. I finally found some fans. I finally got some recognition after dropping song after song, album after album for years. All the way from 2014 to like 2023, and getting nothing, no recognition, no fans, nothing for years. Almost a decade. And then finally, the videos put me onto some people's maps, and hey, turns out I'm not some delusional psycho who's actually making worthless trash. I'm actually not half bad at this. And I wouldn't have had that validation without this. So I thank you all, sincerely. And now I can really, really hone in, collect my focus, and go really, really crazy. And yes, I understand, I've made this exact video like 2 or 3 times, and that alone should tell you that I really haven't been enjoying this. But to solidify that change, I am now going to perform a Lil Wayne 10,000 bars ritual. If you don't know, Lil Wayne used to write all his bars down, as you do, and then he decided one day that he would just freestyle everything. No more writing. So he decided to go ahead and he made a 35-minute song where he rapped every single bar he had left in his notebook. I shall now read out every single remaining music production video idea I have here in my Google Keep. You are free to try these yourself, make your own videos, blow up off them, whatever. Send them to us in the Discord. I'll still be in there. Thank you so much for everything, and if you stick around, I really hope you enjoy my future output because I will be creating forever. So let's go back inside and let's get it all out there. I didn't skip a page, did I? Yeah, that's all. That's everything. That's all, folks. Okay, we're back, and I have to say straight up, right off the bat, my phone camera did me so dirty. I was looking at the footage. I look 45. My hair, this is a Galaxy S20 FE. Something about these cameras when you're outside, I didn't mess with any settings. It's default setting. It crisps and sharpens so much that it made my hair look gray and my skin look all just, it's too crispy. I look too crispy. I look gray. I'm still young. I was having a crisis. I had to go look in the mirror and be like, do I really look like that? I do not look like that. It's time for a new phone. But yeah, I'm not going to be sharing my screen because there's lots of other notes here that are important and about other things. So what's up? Quick update. I'm in the middle of transcribing the Moon Cave right now. I adore it. But and excuse any noise in the background. There's some idiots arguing in the living room about politics. I finished the render. I finished the edit, right, of the goodbye, the final. It's over, you know. And I got over to YouTube to upload it. And very funnily, I see we've broken 6900. And the short, I just chopped up a short real quick last night. I mean, these aren't crazy views, but it's doing way better than the majority of anything I've been posting recently. And, you know, it's getting the comments, of course, that I always deserve. And, you know, this was a video that's from the burnout video. That was the second day of Sum Me Up When September Ends, when I claimed I was burnt out one day into it, which is a good bit. I think a weaker person would look at this and be like, you know what, maybe I should give this whole thing one more shot. Maybe I should not upload this goodbye thing. But no, I think this is just more proof that I am good at what I do and this is what I need to do. The algorithm's just been playing me, but I will not let it play me anymore, and I will not, you know, because at the end of the day, this short is just serving itself, and it's not serving anything that I take super seriously or care about or can really monetize or anything like that. I just thought I'd share that, but we finally broke 6900. I'm just going to start reading. Maybe I'll add some footage of me playing a video game or something here. You can, you know, have a Subway Surfers type beat. But I have no idea how long this is gonna take. But let's just get started. Every last music production, or at least every good one. If I see something and I'll just skim. We'll just see how it goes. You know, play it by ear. But we're starting here with the original document, the original note. It says appear in the title, YouTube Music Production Show. Oh, this comes from October 30th, 2022. Let me just read a couple things off of it. A pinecone mascot. There will be a pinecone character in the cartoon, but I wanted a pinecone. Get sidetracked sometimes, show that it's okay to let the things that sidetrack me influence the songs too. Holiday themed episodes, like how Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon made me feel during the holidays. Whole month maybe. Lots of just foundational things. Videos should be some type of journey. Start with the question and end with the answer. What did I not know and what did I learn? Title and thumbnail are kings. I want to appeal to all music fans, not just music producers. Like how I love watching the Cold Ones channel, but I don't drink and I've never drank, but I love their ideas and their personalities and their humor. There's some good ideas in here for genre ideas. Improve upon older instrumentals, show the very first things I ever made, show how I could never finish a song and maybe complete those, explore random plugins, presets, sounds, like a whole episode around just one weird preset, take chord progressions from other songs and make whole new things out of them. This is all, we're still in the very first Google Keep note. Random ideas. Claim that R. Kelly is gonna escape prison just to kill me. Claim I'm the first YouTuber to brush make claims that I'm the first YouTuber to brush twice a day, or that I'm the only YouTuber to wake up at 9:30 a.m. I'm the first music YouTuber that's never worn a flannel. Do videos where I'm speaking like Michael Jackson the whole time and call it vocal exercise. Okay, what is this thing about the 3D rat prison? I keep seeing in this note the 3D rat prison up here. Maybe integrate 3D into it. See, even back in 2022, I wanted to learn Blender. It says here, and I quote, "I just thought of like a 3D rat running through a prison and then making the music, making music for that, but making it the dopest thing ever with the stupidest video." And then down here, there's more 3D rat. Make sure the 3D rat prison song has a section that represents the rat's sadness before the action kicks off. And the rat has dreams of being a sailor, and he has an imagination scene where he's a sailor, but he doesn't understand music. Make a credits medley like how video games, like the Sonic games, when you beat them, you get a medley of all the songs in the game. Make a medley, even though none of the songs actually exist in full. Make a tiny ass beat, like 645 AR type beats, or there's this video of these girls rapping. Bankroll Fresh walks in, that's a tiny little beat. Transition into a Murder Hatchet Girls tribute and point out that they're under Mudvayne in my library. Ridiculous song titles that live up to the name, like Vipers Trapped in Tupac's Realm of Madness. Wow, this is from 2022. Try to make a generic ass pop song like Nicki Minaj Starships and then have the most psychotic drop like how it does. Midget Graveyard ASMR. Okay, that's not me being offensive. That's a video I found. I guess use the Midget Graveyard ASMR at some point. Try to make some piano FL Studio videos with 1 or 2 worded lowercase names that are just vibes and see what happens. Maybe a piano version of one of my own songs. Find a good font. Some of these thumbnail fonts people be using are sickly. Okay, that's the first note I ever made. It's called YouTube Music Production Videos. It was last edited October 30th, 2022. Okay, the rest of these are gonna be a lot shorter. How to change FL Studio from Chinese to English. And then make a follow-up video about how I was accused of anti-Chinese racism. How to make your worst beat ever so it's all up from here. 5 ways to discover the meaning of Christmas in FL Studio. Using the oldest plugins / sound fonts. Show off the TS404, the forgotten, abandoned, no longer functional FL Studio plugin. TS404. Wow, this one's hurtful. Created August 1st, 2023. Limiting how much RAM I can use in a project, like a 128 megabyte challenge. Use a virtual machine and then see if I can get banned by ImageLine for too many activations. Tiny resolution challenge. Change my resolution to like 800 by 600 and try to make a beat. Making songs for random pictures selected by a random picker. Random word generator songs with random number generators for the amount of words and the key, maybe the genre too. Finding random people, this is a good one. Finding random people in comment section and then making their theme song for them. What does this mean? Ableton can't find its parents and asks me to help, so I reunite it with FL Studio and Cubase. Building FL Studio out of sticks and rocks. Turn off ad block and then search for FL Studio crack and see what horrible things I can find on the internet and then make a beat with it somehow. Be in the middle of making a super informative, helpful video and then out of nowhere be like, I don't want to make this video anymore, and then it just ends. Creating a mutant in FL Studio. Obstruction of justice mid-song. No, that could be in the cartoon. Freddy versus Jason versus SpongeBob. FL Studio Fruit starts talking to me. Getting banned from cyberspace. Producing a working rain song. Musical equivalent of brewing coffee. Or imagine if you had to brew coffee for FL Studio every morning. Vocoding the wrong things. Walmart Great Value FL Studio. Pirating Fiverr content. Nobody uses toms anymore, so use toms all over a song. Waterboarding my song because it didn't blow up. Make a song that doesn't make sense. New plugin that interrupts your session and tells you to change something or that something isn't working. Copyright strike myself and then create fake outrage about it. Slowly turning into a criminal. Hiring employees to write my next album. Getting banned off Reddit, promoting myself. Can I record a whole rap verse while chewing bubblegum, but you can't hear it with a chew counter? Maybe these aren't that good of ideas. Experimental grocery shopping. See, I don't even know what half I don't know what half of this means. Right after experimental grocery shopping, Donkey remix. Right after that, famous butter. Walking the plank in FL Studio. Bubbles, MJ's old monkey, speaks on how he wrote all of MJ's hits. And in parentheses it says, speed up a video of a monkey talking. No words are hearable. Is it possible that the presence of bass is what takes away a nostalgic feeling from newer music? Listen to how quiet the bass is in like 90s drum and bass. The Windows 95 sound has no bass. Everything was crisper and clearer. I don't know where I was going with that, but I know exactly where I was going with that. Music discovered in a forbidden cave. Raid bug spray theme song. When is rap music gonna start doing kiss face paint? Live, laugh, love type beat. Metallica if they were good. If Pirates of the Caribbean was fiction, that's not even music. New infinite money exploit, tap in, and it's got the emoji with the phone and the arrow. And this is the exploit. Pretending to be a dog, sniffing into the microphone, cupping it super compressed and boosted and uploading it as ASMR. Report of the week style producer who wears suits and ties and only cooks up Fallout type music. Rewrite the alphabet song. Make the greatest ringtone ever. Make the greatest alarm ever. Make the greatest Windows startup sound ever. How to sneak FL Studio into prison. Jail talk. Jail talk music studio setup. Do a roulette where I have to take an RNG and use it to determine what cartoon, episode, and time I have to sample. Bridge troll music. Revenge of Audacity. I don't even know what that means. This one's a little insensitive. Remix the Poke Rap before one of these female rappers does. Make educational music or instructional music like the TJX6 scam stories, the swipe stories, or the Megadeth Black Magic song with real black magic inside of it. First musician to add de nouveau to my album. Make something incomprehensible like the Chihuahua Christian thin blue line flag. Okay, producing background music for conspiracy videos. Like, where does this come from? And then there's a link to this video. Let me, maybe it's just from a movie or something, but I'm not gonna Shazam it because it would ruin the whole video. And then it says here, invent a new conspiracy to take cell phone footage of the screen of, and then do a really low resolution, low quality mic and screen low frame rate guy talking in his bedroom video about the conspiracy. Make sure there's a high quality 3D intro with an American flag textured pepper, as in the FL Studio fruit or something. I just call it the pepper. It's always the pepper in my notes. PP, pepper patriot. Evil pet videos. You know how it says here, you know how pet videos have like jingly music with like bells and little pianos and stuff. Figure out something for evil pets. Put pet footage in reverse at low frame rates and resolutions. Take a cat talking into a microphone and put George Bush WMD audio under it and make it black and white. I think negative pet videos are up next. Negativity really makes the algorithms go up. Pets are an easy win. We gotta get some aggressive, belligerent, greedy, selfish animal compilations out into the internet wasteland. That old video of me playing the drums to the dog with eyebrows. I gotta find that. I'll put it in here right now. Stretch out and pitch down a ukulele chord and use it as an evil drone and do Phrygian bells on top. Swan's mother of the world type ukulele thing, if you know, you know. Do mysterious whispering instead of whistling. Okay, that was the evil pet videos. Learning every daw. The low hum. Engineer the best ominous low hum. Okay, there's one here. The title is I Will Never Stop Pushing Weight. And the note says, there's a Nikocado avocado video named I Will Never Stop Gaining Weight. And then under it says, I have no idea how to turn this into content, but it'll come. Something with a leapfrog laptop. Footy scran. Rat Boy Genius fanfiction? And I get trapped inside, and the only way out is to make a banger. And then it says in here, that's how the video relates to music. My American is showing right here. Musical burger. What is a musical burger? Well, basically say the buns are one type of instrument, meat is another. The type of meat is the tonality. Different sauces and toppings and stuff are all different instruments. What happens when you have a Big Mac with 3 buns? An In-N-Out double-double. A vegan chicken patty. A messed up that old Jack in the Box chicken tater melt. I missed that thing. That thing was not supposed to be eaten by anybody. What's the equivalent? Brainwashing myself into making something horrible good. Make the ugliest, most dissonant loop possible and just listen to it for like 2 hours straight and see how I add to it and make it into something palatable. Making music for random pictures like their album covers. A coexist Christmas. I think, I kind of remember that being like using every single DAW at once or something. Oh man, this one I tried, but it didn't work. Making melodies or chord progressions out of images. So I would take an image, I would lay it over the piano roll, and I would kind of try to trace the image with notes and see what came out. Didn't work for me. Oh, this is a good one. Food review music. Making music that just pops up for a second in a food review. Or maybe a Badlands Chugs video where his son's beats are in the background as he chugs. Make a rap that knows it's only going to be there for 15 seconds, set to slow-mo. Make a rap that knows that it's only going to be there for 15 seconds, set to slow-motion B-roll of ice getting poured into a cup. It's having a crisis, but it sounds chill and confident. This one's title is Don't Even Bother Mixing. Look at these people's headphones. Just find as many reaction channels as possible and roast their headphones and setups. Fish music. I could not be friends with the fish. They don't know you, they don't care about you, they don't even know themselves. Make waltz music like the Mario Aquatic theme or just good music like the aquatic ambience from Donkey Kong Country. Everything is pop music. And then there's a quiz here, quiz time. Which of these bands is pop? A, Death Grips, B, The Beatles, C, System of a Down, D, it's blank. But the answer is all of them, which is true. Death Grips is pop, System is pop. Unholy collaborations, take 2 random artists and act like they collabed. Those little moments. Finding those weird little moments in songs that shape musicians forever, but forcing it. Think of how some genres came just from the amen break. Manufacture a trend. Guessing the genre. Seeing genres I've never heard of and trying to guess what they sound like, or combining genres. Parentheses, there's definitely a guy that does this already. Making fitting music for those awful, disgusting mobile games. Getting trapped inside a TikTok-type intro transition. I don't even know what that means. Making an anime rap song since that seems to be popular. The Saiyan Walk, but make one for Ideon or something. Space Runaway Ideon or Elfen Lied. My least favorite anime of all time. Infiltrating. Okay, this is a good one. This one, man. Actually, should this be a cartoon? I'm gonna read it out here, but I reserve the rights to make it a cartoon later. Infiltrating country music. Writing the saddest American song ever for all the red state white people to cry to. And what it is a dramatic emotional ballad about a British boy who wishes he could play football instead of soccer. Random word music. Generate however many words and then pick samples or presets that have those words only, and those are the only things I can use. It's kind of interesting. Creating random word generator genres. Lots of random word generator stuff. Creating a whole musical genre and culture from a random word. And I tried one here. I got the word bowel, which means that it's gotta be deep, super, super low frequencies. Fighting AI with new sampling tactics. stacking like 3 songs on top of each other without tempo matching or anything and sampling the cacophony. Becoming a Eurobeat superstar. Plosive music and other unintended sounds. Just plosiving into the mic on purpose, making it sound good. Writing music straight from the subconscious. Just meditate for a minute, access the stillness, and then write out on paper notes and then put them in the piano roll. Becoming the greatest marketer of all time. Create a new artist persona and then a new manager persona for him. Harass people, try to make viral moments. Spend like an hour a day on this and document it over time. This one just says, violating AI generated music for my own personal gain. Dissing Eminem every day until he responds. The Bamboozle. And in parentheses it says, make a really, really sad, depressing song, but all of the voiceover is as if I'm just cooking up a fire beat. Making the musical equivalent of those horrible mobile game ads. Carnival music. What is the musical equivalent of puke green? Musical equivalent of acne, parentheses, whiteheads, ingrown hairs, pulsating. Using every single preset in a song. Music only tall people can hear, nothing but high frequencies. The new beat switch. Beat switches are overplayed, they keep happening. There needs to be something new, and there's nothing there. That's for you to figure out. The musical equivalent of the Terror Taxi skit from Jackass 2. This is a good one. Glitching plugins out, aka one man's trash. Look through support forums for bugs and try it or sample the videos that they be uploading to show off the bugs. Only using one letter to make a song, and I can only do effects, instruments, and presets that start with that letter. Making a trap/electronic song with 0 grid, no snapping. Making music while making music. Emulate MTV Music Maker while also having FL process sounds and record its output, perhaps to sample with the controller. Fixing my first ever beat from 15 years ago. Controlling 2 DAWs at once, like how those speedruns do. Maybe make a rule where I can only click so many times or something. Can the Soulja Boy orchestra hit sound be used in metal or something? Making the most expensive plugin sound horrible and cheap. Triggering my foot pedal by other means. See if I can blow into the microphone to trigger sustain or expression or something. Writing a song but I can't delete anything. Everything is permanent. No moving notes, replacing instruments or presets. Once a note or pattern is placed, it's done. Secondary challenge would be to record everything, including the piano roll, no edits. Turning my DAW into Fire Emblem. Okay, this one just says witchcraft. The final type beat. Combine all of the type beats. It's every type beat. Top 10 worst ways to write a song and then doing all of them. And there's an incomplete list here. Number 10, poor computer specs. Run FL at 32-bit with too low of a buffer size. 9 and 8 are blank. 7 is a generic chord progression. 6 is ripping something off wholesale / trend writing. 5, no inspiration. 4, being in a bad state mentally or physically. 3, doing it for money, fame, power. 2, forcing yourself to do it. And 1, having no love for music. Oh, there's a note here. It's a fun little note. I was revising a shipper document at work the other day and my boss came up to me and said, "Did you get the email? The numbers you put in are wrong." And I immediately said without thinking, "The numbers aren't wrong, they're different." Why did I write that here? How are Christmas songs even made? Every once in a while at the store, you'll hear a Christmas song you've never heard before, and it's like, who is still writing Christmas songs? I feel like every base has already been touched. We have scary Christmas songs like Carol of the Bells, happy Christmas songs, illegal Christmas songs like Baby It's Cold Outside, turned up Christmas songs, hyper aggressive Christmas songs, atonal Christmas songs, flex Christmas songs, and it says show jingle jingle jangle 3 times in a row for the hyper aggressive, the atonal, and the flex. I'm the king of jingling is a Lil Wayne bar, you can't deny that. This is all for my notes. Knowing the music industry, these new Christmas songs are probably getting written and recorded in like September or June or something. So if we believe that these songs are coming from genuine places of expression and inspiration and not that sweet licensing and mechanical royalties, what is going on in an artist's life to make them want to record a Christmas song in July? Maybe they're writing other songs, changing the lyrics to Christmas themes, and then maybe adding some sleigh bells and calling it a holiday. Let's do that to some of my old songs. Fixing up an embarrassing old song. There's my song Chicken Feed there. I'm gonna do that on Landon Prime. Oh, this is a good one. Musical dog genome sequencing. Is that how you pronounce it? Genome? Genome? Genome, right? AKA crossbreeding music, like how we made wolves into dogs. We took the wolf and made this, show a chihuahua. Brave, strong wolf into this, show a corgi. Ridiculous. So I thought, what genre of music is the wolf, and how can I crossbreed it into some ridiculous parody of itself? What if we saw dogs as music like synesthesia? Is the wolf classical or tribal stuff? Shopping my trash 10-year-old beat tapes around like they're fire. Hiding chiptunes. Write something exclusively with like FMA or Jenny and do my best to obscure that, / make it as ungamey and natural as possible. 3DS music. Some trend by attention seekers has bubbled up in the past few years that involves bringing 3DSs to concerts and filming them. But the 3DS has a whole DAW built into it, so let's make some magic. Making up music rules to try to get views, even though there's a genius inside of you. Sophisticated music. Redo the chord progressions to be super complicated, flat 6, sharp 13 diminished type stuff. Psycho reharmonizations. Breaking limits. You know how those expanded flat earth maps are so exciting and inspiring and mind-opening? What are the musical equivalents? Sing past the boundaries. The 13th note, H. This was when I had a decent amount of progress in MTV Music Generator, GameFAQs, tomfoolery. Something about going on GameFAQs onto the different music maker things and seeing what's there in like the forums and in the FAQs themselves. A Miracle Fruit musical equivalent. The Miracle Fruit, which changes your taste buds for a little bit. It makes lemons taste sweet and stuff. It's the musical equivalent of that. The musical equivalent of a slur. What scale or preset or whatever could instrumentally demonetize me? Making a whole album with one chord progression. Sampling the unsampleable. Just finding weird songs and YouTube pooping my vocals. Making a serious song and then chopping up my vocals in a disorienting way to make me say something new. Ravioli core. Based on the Chef Boyardee commercial with the accordion or whatever, and it rolls to the house. Take someone else's music tutorial and sloppily take their audio out and pretend it's me doing the thing and do my own voiceover. This one's neat. The tempo game. Get a random number generator, throw in FL's tempo, min and max, and then roll it twice. Say I get 190 and 84. I have to write a song in 190 that's designed to be good in 84, because after the 190 song's done, it's getting changed to 84 permanently. Can mixing save a bad song? Splitting royalties with pets. Sample the cat. Sniffing the microphone or something. Math rap. Does it exist? Is it possible? Dillinger Escape Plan type beat or Meshuggah. Making Evergrace music. If you know, you know. Put Lil Jon saying Lil Jon on my beats like it's my tag, cause it seems like it belongs there. Wanna blow up? The Secret. The Nose. Nasal vocals rule the world. Serge Tankian, Danny Brown, Kodak Black, Kanye, future Tony Montana, live at football. All very nasally performances. How much can mixing change a song? Like do some Beatles all drums in a left speaker type stuff. How to not record guitars. All the stuff, the way I used to record guitar in the early years before I figured out what I was doing. Power chords, ignored by modern producers. Power chords are kind of tricky to play on piano, at least compared to how brainless it is on guitar. I think there's a musical treasure trove of musical passages behind power chord progressions. It's in like all rock and metal. It seems to be missing from a lot of electronic and rap and stuff. Haunted MP3s. Okay, this one I should have made this. Maybe I'll probably talk about it on, let me mark it for Kyle Landon Prime. Yeah, I have an actual haunted MP3 of one of my songs. It's actually haunted. I'll explain more later. Your Mom type beat. Fleetwood Mac or Sade. Can I make Broken Inside music? Or Unicorns Killed My Girlfriend. I love that song. You got a problem? Shut up. Oh. Say somewhere in the video that this is my humiliation ritual. Make a generic chord progression and then do a melody drill where I make 100 melodies in a day for that one chord progression. Make a song that is supposed to be used for an anime music video and make it as embarrassing as possible, and then make the AMV of Shadow the Hedgehog or something. It says, really dumb idea. Make music while my standing desk goes up and down constantly. Remixing alarms. That's already kind of an ugly god thing. This one I had a lot of work in. The producer head bob. Alternate title, my biggest mistake as producer. And there's a ton of videos here of just different people in the studio. And it's all about how I don't be doing this a lot. Time traveling to write a song. Look at notes from over 7 years ago with the whole DNA thing. 7 years as a new person, and then write a song from that old person. This one is so good, but I'm not gonna do it. Someone else can do it. My Pal Foot 2. The most important thing is that 1, everything is played live, and 2, it is repeatable. I have to be able to play it live on my own. And there's a really good bit here. Every time I say foot during the narration, make sure there's another voice saying it slightly to the left, which is how the song is if you've heard it. Go listen to My Pal Foot if you haven't heard it. Foot. See if there's any music production stuff on the Scratch MIT website, like that thing that teaches you how to program. Musical stacks. Stack a bunch of different things together, render them out, then stem separate them and see what happens. Bring honor back to the name Kyle. I don't know a remix artist named Kyle. Stereotypes hurt, that's what it says. Mario Paint and Wii Music. Chiptune thing where instruments cut out of songs so sound effects can play. Make a song for a game or a video or something and make one of the instruments do a sound effect in time with the video. I feel like someone's done that before. Forcing myself to remix my own song 4 times and it has to be totally different every time. Get acrylic nails and then try to make music and play guitar. Which I think I saw someone do that too. Temple OS Music Maker, which I guess it had. Rebirth as Kyle Brandon or Lyle Brandon and do the opposite of whatever I usually would do. FL Studio upside down or inverted or mirrored or something. 5/4 time signature trap. Start calling the audience pogs. You pogs hear me? A music cookbook, since y'all want to call it cooking all the time. And sauce and stuff like that. Artists are gonna start flexing how their waveforms look. In quotes, my song looks way more interesting than the rest of these fools. Fixing Drake's pedophile bars. A TikTok Indian Joker music. Stopping 9/11 music. What if someone acted like Pan and Quick for like one plugin, just completely breaking it down endlessly? Parallel universes in massive. Try to make a vocal sound good with no effects on it at all, not even a little bit of compression. In quotes, all publicity is good publicity. Blowing up by any means necessary. Make fun of babies. Make woefully incorrect opinions about things I know nothing about. Act like a K-pop stan. It's time to start lying. I never wrote lyrics about money and fame and all that stuff. It's time to start. The musical equivalent of weighted clothing, like in Dragon Ball. The chromatic challenge. Make a song with every note. I think that guitar guy did that. Why don't people... this is the end of the road. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. It says the N-word. Why don't N-words just sample Kevin MacLeod? And then Kevin MacLeod 2. Can he be surpassed? Find big viral videos that use his music, extract the music out, and then rescore them. Make a hit piece video about myself. Add the World Star logo everywhere. Fake out intro where I pretend I'm a Minecraft YouTuber, or that I was one the whole time. Do the Belle Biv DeVoe thing, but with different genres. Because they had a slogan for some reason, which was, our music is mentally hip-hop smoothed out on the R&B tip with a pop appeal to it. That was their slogan. And I could replace it like, my music is mentally metal smoothed out on the D&B tip with an EDM appeal to it. Put a custom song in Guitar Hero. Use the way it mutes notes when you miss in a neat way. Like, make missing a note into a gate by intentionally missing notes or something. Oops, all berries, oatmeal. Oops, all snaries. Maybe a song that changes every time the snare hits. Write a new national anthem. Maybe for a made-up fictional country, or my own country. Find a patch of grass somewhere and try to claim it as my land. Pick random files off my computer and make Brazil funk with them. How to write with your elbows. Making a song only cool people can listen to and the whole thing is muted. Making waveforms that look like trees. Plugin tier list with a twist. Make a tier list of some plugins and then make it so that whatever's in A can only do A notes, B is B notes, and etc. And S can be percussion or something. There's a screenshot of someone saying that I love the C minor chord, and it says use every chord except C minor in a song that's in C minor key. Adding swing to the metronome. The sculpting method. Fill up the piano roll with giant blocks on every note, and then use the slice tool to make stuff. No undos. Check out brutally old music production content, and there's some YouTube Boolean trickery like Fruity Loops before 2007, Ableton before 2007. You can find neat stuff doing that. Do one of those acapella songs backwards. Write it entirely in acapella and then arrange it for instruments. Chord tier lists. A lot of these are not impressing me. This is not the treasure trove I thought it was. Meme pandering. Go onto the front page of Know Your Meme and try to make music around the first 3 things I see in order to ride the wave. Make a genuine attempt at my least favorite genre. EDM/bro step. Making basic chord progressions absolutely freakish. What can I do with some basic 1-4-5 stuff? Checking out the list of animals with their own Rate Your Music pages. Treating random YouTube thumbnails like album covers and making music for them. Forcing myself to use the ugliest presets / learning to love ugly presets. Asking people to submit the ugliest presets in the comments so we can figure them out, see if they're actually usable for anything. Making the best genre of music, boss battle music. That is the best genre of music. Reverse engineering a YouTube poop music video. Like make a random choppy video first and then make a song for it. Sampling exe files by throwing them in Audacity. Do the URL thing with Spotify, which I don't even know if that would work. Every weird genre inside FL's genre list in the info tab. There's stuff like booty bass in there, I think. Make my own RX Bumble, if you know, you know. URL thing with SoundCloud, URL thing with random numbers or letters. Do an Imagine Dragons stomp clap ukulele song. Make it as ugly as possible. Hyperpop. Just make some hyperpop. It's spelled out with an O. Hyperpop. Make a whole video in 144p 32 kilobits. Is it kilobits? Of audio. Auto-tune the toaster oven while it's beeping in the background. Act like the producers who are in the It's My Life Whatever I Want to Do video. Go through all my voicemails and sample them, and actually call the Please Return My Call once. Has anyone combined Chipmunk Soul with metal/rock? Sampling the most unsamplable parts of the most sampled songs. 100 beats in 5 days or something. Compressing horrifically wrong, like really long releases on drums. Making beats out of your beats, cause I hate all of you. Just do like micro samples of random type beats. Incomprehensible gross beat and granulizing. Punishing my songs for not blowing up. Putting my music in embarrassing situations. Waterboarding/torturing my songs. Stealing viral videos and putting my music in it, and then posting them on burner TikToks to try to maximize the amount of wrong ears hearing it. Sampling all my favorite artists so that I can meet them in court. Find a bunch of weird half-finished plugins on GitHub. Trying to infiltrate r/crappy music. Follow a mix tutorial but do the opposite of everything it says. This was making fun of like video game essays that are like the chilling silence of Ocarina of Time, the stunning beauty of Mario 64, the beautiful loneliness of Citrus, the beautiful loneliness of Contact. Just make fun of that. The helicopters are out here right now. Emailing record company executives and calling them broke. Sending them poorly photoshopped money spreads. Do it from sock puppet emails. There's no links to my music. My name is nowhere. I'm just calling Liar Cohen broke and flexing Baby Hummer. New genre, tongue rap. Just speaking in tongues gibberish on a beat. Which I guess Miles does that a lot now. Have Bleebly and Puck review/roast my songs. Try out for Brockhampton. This is a really good idea that someone really should do and see what happens. Hiring an editor, but giving them the most horrifying takes and seeing if they say anything about it. Like, I'll just give them a whole raw video and I'll stage like a domestic violence in the middle of it and just leave it all in and send it off to the editor and see if they do anything or say anything about it. Punching in singing. Rap type punch-ins where it's all overlapping over itself, but on like country music. Okay, this one, I always see this one in my notes and I don't know what it means. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote it. It just says, I show Chinese speed, in parentheses, plug edition. It's a latency Olympics. How high can I push the latency and what can I do with it? At what point do we just call it swing? Something about musical roads. You know, there's some roads you can drive on and the way they vibrate, they play a little song. Something about that. War of the Worlds type beat. The new Ice Cube War of the Worlds movie all takes place on one screen. What's the equivalent of that? I guess probably Ableton. Make a catchy pop song with a psycho freak instrumental like Beyonce's Single Ladies. Inventing a new flow. Think of the Lil B bass god, yeah, bass god flow. Just something I can reuse 15,000 times. The Michael Jackson he interval. He. It's always a higher he and then a lower one. Figure out the exact interval and make a song based around it. Okay, this is one of my absolute best ideas. But I can't do it. It's called Hollaback Boy. If you don't know, there's a song on Gwen Stefani's album, Love Angel Music Baby, where it's called Bubblegum Pop Electric. Or is it Bubble Pop Electric? Tonight I'm gonna give you all my love in the backseat. Bubble Pop Electric. It's that song. It's produced by Andre 3000. It's a great song. But it's about Gwen Stefani and Andre 3000 going to a drive-in movie theater and getting a little crazy in the backseat during the movie. And the whole idea of this video was to go to a drive-in movie and make a song during a movie where I'm portraying a guy who's in the car next to them witnessing what's going on in their song. And there's a line in here. Wow, I can see both of her Harajuku girls. Make music for Call of Duty clip edits, like the Do You Really Need Anyone Else clip. There's one here that just says Kyle Bandon, and there's just $3 signs. A lesson from Nick Drake. The song No and repetition legitimizes and all that. It's just one riff over and over and over again. Let's do something like that. If I could do this in a cartoon, but I'll read it here. Make a podcast about the least popular football or baseball or basketball team and just make everything up because no one's listening. What are some ridiculous, stupid, childish things I can do before I turn 30? The 59-minute song challenge. Make more Brian Pumper type music. I was gonna do this one soon. Sampling Wikimedia Commons. Finally figuring out FL Studio Transporter. Man, I'm so excited to just be able to do that on my own time and not have to record it and make content out of it and then sensationalize it with the title and the thumbnail. I can just figure it out. This is like the most relieved I've felt, like, I don't know, maybe since like before COVID, which is weird to say because I was going through it bad, but I was writing incredible stuff like every single day. Like towards the end of 2019, I was locked in. I was in the pocket. I was doing horrifically mentally, but I was locked in. And I kind of feel like I'm going back to that, but mentally well. Invert video game music tropes. Like how beach levels always have steel drums and ukuleles and desert levels always have the sitar. Try to invert that. Try to make a ukulele volcano theme or a sitar ice level. The Gorillaz Clint Eastwood method. Find a preset song and see if I can make a hit out of it. Try to recreate the magic of the Bed Intruder song with a different newscast or something. Can I get $1? Can I get $1? Can I get $1? That would have been good. Take an old-timey royalty-free song and just add a bunch of embellishment to it, like that Shelley Duvall He Needs Me song on Punch Drunk Love. While reading the IMDb trivia for Good Time, I saw that OPN talked about harmonizing with the hydraulic lift. Find random things and harmonize with them, going out of 440 when necessary. Just doing something with that psychotic new standard tuning that Robert Fripp invented. CGDAEG. Kyle Landon purchased by private equity ARC. Start a music collective in VR chat. Make hardstyle music. Look at whatever's on top of the charts and completely steal its chord progression and tempo, but make something new. Make a beat with that Death Grips retrograde thing. Watch 20 videos about EQing or compression or reverb or autotune or sound design or whatever, and apply everything they say at once. Look up best plugins 2027 and see what I see. Okay, this one's just a title that I like. These Chinese plugins got my mix sitting right. Writing music to drum solos. There's a Marco Minimin solo and a Mario Duplanter solo linked here. Can you turn anything into trap? And there's just a list of my own serious songs, and I would just add trap drums to them instead and see what happens. Plug-in maxing. See, this was around the time where the inspiration was just truly dead. What is the music production equivalent of this carnivore diet thing that's been popping up in my feed where people are buying raw milk and raw cream that are labeled as only for use for cats and dogs? Calling gross beat at 3 a.m. parentheses cursed. Live leak logos on screen at all times. And the final idea I have here, the one that I was about to do this before my brain just snapped. I was about to do this. Goat core. Quack core. The goat and your mom quack like a duck. If you know, you know. Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck when you know, that old classic. Just 2 notes on a bass, a drum, and 1 vocal, and that's it. That was the last idea I had before it all fell apart. That's the video. This is the most reading out loud I've done in a while. I don't have an ending in mind. I don't know. I'll figure it out after I edit all this. But in case I don't, I'll see you in the next cartoon. I'll see you in the next Calendar Prime. I'll see you in the next single drop, the next music video, the next live performance, the next album release, whatever. I'll see you. Thank you for everything. Really, thank you for everything.
Why do they always leave a sweet little innocent girl like me alone?
Well, young lady, is there something I can help you with?
Mr.